Well, hello party people. So today we're going to be doing a video focused on using up some of these like blister packs that I have gotten as free samples from Sephora and other beauty retailers. So I feel like these are given out all of the time and I never know what to do with them. I'm like, there's not a whole lot of product in them. You know, I'm like, I just kind of have a drawer that's accumulated a lot of them. So I figured today it would be fun to try to do a full face of free samples. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then I hope that you go ahead and keep on watching. First up on the docket is primer. And I feel like primer is actually a beauty step that you often see in free samples just because it's universal, you know? So I have quite a few to choose from. Today I'm going to be using the Benefit Porefessional little blister pack. I have never used the Benefit Porefessional before, and the reason I chose this one for today is I actually have two of these somehow. So if it's not enough, then you know we have a little bit more to work with. So let's go ahead and apply our first free sample. I'll go ahead and show you, since I've just opened it up, how much comes in the sample. There's a little bit on the lid too, not the lid, you know what I mean. I think it's interesting just because the amount of product that you get varies greatly from sample to sample, so maybe this will be something that we note as we go through. But here's how much comes in the Porefessional, and honestly it looks like disgusting. But let's go ahead and put it on. I've heard good things. I mean, it's just like a pore filling primer, you know, so let's go ahead and try it out. I just went ahead and applied that on my face. I did end up using the full blister pack. I felt like I could have used like maybe just a little bit more, but overall not too bad. I'm not going to dive into the second one for now. So some things about the Porefessional that I've noticed, it has a strong fragrance, like an actual like perfumey fragrance, which is interesting. I didn't know that about this product. I never really hear anyone mention that on YouTube. Another thing, it is definitely like silicone-y, like, you know, pore filling primers typically are, but it's interesting. This one is almost like, I want to say like a little bit drier to the touch than some of the ones. I'm thinking specifically about like the Bare Minerals original primer, which is like very like slippy, like kind of like not wet feeling, but like it feels slippery, you know? This one is definitely silicone-y, but the texture of it is like, I don't know, I guess dry is really the only way I can think to describe it. But that was really interesting, and I'm glad I finally used a blister pack and got to try out a primer that I've heard people talk about for forever. I feel like foundation is definitely like the most common blister pack to receive as a free sample, especially from Sephora. It's just a way for you to get to try out the formula, try out a few different shades, see if one matches you. So I feel like it's pretty popular. I have a ton of different ones to choose from, but today I'm gonna do the Shiseido Synchro Skin. This is a foundation that I feel like people were raving about for a while. I especially remember Tati like really loving this foundation back when it came out. So I've had these for forever. I want to try it. I'm a little concerned that this one isn't going to be light enough, but we're gonna try it out. Now, since I only have one of these blister packs, and there's not a whole lot of product, I'm gonna use a brush today, which I normally don't do, but I'm going to try to hopefully make it go as far as we can let it. And this is a Sonia Kashuk, just like a flat foundation brush. I'll show you first how much is in this one. This is shade 220 Linen, which I am very confident is going to be too dark for me, but that's okay. So you can kind of see how deep the blister pack is, and it's pretty full, a lot on the lid too. So hopefully it's enough to cover my full face. We will see. Let's go ahead and start applying it. You know what? For like my summer tanned self, right off the bat, doesn't feel like too bad of a match. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Actually pretty pleased with the amount of product that was in this blister pack. Let me go ahead and show you. So we still have like a decent amount left. Like I could probably do another like, you know, full application of this foundation. It is too dark. On my face it looks normal, but if you look at my neck, I'm not sure if you can see, but it is like, oh boy, like it's kind of dark. But the actual like foundation itself looks pretty good. It looks foundation-y. I don't normally wear a lot of like fuller coverage foundations. This isn't like completely like painted over my face. You know, you can still see my freckles coming through, but I can tell it definitely is a fuller coverage. It is starting to settle into like my forehead wrinkles. I'm very emotive, you know, and so it is settling there. It looks pretty good around my nose though, which is like a big thing. And it doesn't look bad on my pores, although we also are trying a foundation or a primer, so who knows, you know, which one that really is a result of. But not a bad, you know, sample. Love the fact that it actually had enough product for my full face. Sometimes foundations hit and miss in that. So let's move on to concealer now. Concealer, I have the Clinique, oh gosh, what is this? The Even Better concealer. So there's 4 shades on the back, and this is one where like, I'm like, is there enough product? We might have to dive into a different sample for the other eye if there's not. But again, I've never tried this product. I'm excited to try it out. So let me go ahead and open it up and show you how much we're working with. Okay, so it's not a lot. This is what we have, but concealer is often pretty full coverage, so maybe it won't be too bad. Now, I think that normally this concealer would be a little bit dark for me, but with the foundation, it might be okay. So let's go ahead and start applying. So before I go ahead and put it underneath my other eye, I figured I'd show you, you know, what it looks like underneath just one. And it's got really good coverage, actually. I think it looks not like too cakey looking, considering the fact that it has full coverage. I mean, it is, of course, is settling a little bit into like the creases of my eye if I like pull down. But I have yet to find a concealer that doesn't do that. I think it's impossible. So I'm pretty happy with how it's looking, and I'm very happy with how much it's covered my dark circles. This week was a rough one for schoolwork, so we may or may not have quite a bit of dark circles going on. But let me go ahead and apply it to the other eye now. All right, so here is the concealer underneath both eyes. Again, I think it looks pretty good. Now, I don't know if I would like run out and buy this concealer because I have a ton of them, and Clinique is kind of expensive, but I'm not mad at it. It's not like I've put it on my face and I'm like, oh my God, you know, it's a concealer. It looks good. Let me know what you think of the base down in the comments below. I know my camera quality like isn't the best, you know, but from what you can see, what do you think? When it comes to bronzer, I don't have like an actual bronzer. I do have the Kosas one still, and we do have a few Kosas products sprinkled in here. If you're not familiar, I did a video a few months ago doing the Kosas like take home the store box. So I do have a lot of Kosas blisters, but I tried to use other things. So for today, I'm going to be using another foundation as my bronzer. So this is the Huda Faux Filter foundation, which I've heard is fragranced. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to try the shade medium and just see how it goes. I've heard that this is a very full coverage foundation, so we'll have to see how it goes as a bronzer. I'm just going to use like the typical brush that I use for cream bronzer, and let me go ahead and open it up. Let's see how much product we're working with. So much less than the Shiseido one. This one, I'm pretty certain I couldn't do a full face with this, but for a bronzer, that seems like enough. So let's go ahead and try it out. Oh, that is not a bronzer shade for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try tan instead, because that was not a bronzer color for me. Okay, tan is very, very warm, like almost looks like orangey yellowy, so we'll see how this goes. Let's try it out. We'll try to blend it out, and if anything, I might add more or like a little bit of like the deepest shade, and we can kind of see how that goes. But let's blend this in for now. I'm looking bronzed. Now, again, this isn't a bronzer, and I think it's pretty clear. It looks pretty orange on me, I think, at least in person it does. But for today, for our purposes, it will work. And like, if I left my house, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, anything like that. So I'm not gonna add the deepest shade, like I was saying. I think that would be like way too much. So we're just gonna stick with this, and let's move on to blush. For blush, I have the Rare Beauty blush. So I actually have this shade as a mini that I got from a holiday set. This is Bliss, but I don't have Joy, and this is one that I was very curious about and would love to try if it ever comes out, like in a little mini or something. So I'm excited. I can just try it now in this blister pack. It also comes with 2 highlighters. Now, realistically, these both look like they are going to be way the heck too dark for me. So I actually went ahead and pulled out one of the Kosas ones. This is 8th Muse, and it's like the cream highlighter. I want to try that instead, just because I know these are going to be too dark for me. I actually have the Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten in a full size, and I really, really like it. It's like the pinky kind of one, and that one even is like a little like, you know, so these I already know aren't going to work. But let's go ahead and pull out Joy and try out this Rare Beauty blush. I'm so excited for this one. This is a blister pack. I was actually like, yes, please, sign me up. So here it is. Let's see how long it takes me to actually like open this, because sometimes these can be a little tricky. Here we are, quite a bit of product in this. And I know from watching a million videos on Rare Beauty that we only need the tiniest bit. So I just realized I don't have my blush brush. So let me go grab that, and then we'll go ahead and put this on. Let's go ahead and just start with like the tiniest little bit. All right. Ooh, people were not lying. Oh my gosh. It is so pigmented. Holy guacamole. But the color, oh my gosh. Now this is like my type of blush color. Like a nice like coral. And I like that this is the luminous finish one. Bliss is the matte, which like I don't love as much. I definitely am like a dewy type of girl. And so I really like that about this. But man, oh man, it is definitely pigmented, which is great for deeper skinned people, right? Because someone like me, I can just use less of it. But if you have deeper skin, you know, you need something more pigmented. So I think that that is awesome. And I'm, you know, I would much rather something be pigmented and accessible and inclusive than like not pigmented and work better for me personally. So let me go ahead and apply this to the other side. Here it is. I think it looks really good. Again, this is just kind of like my color preference, so something warm like this. So for that reason, I really like it, but I really like the finish. I know from my experience using Bliss that these last for a really long time, so I'm excited about that and to see if the luminous one lasts as long. But overall, like, y'all, for using free samples, like, is this not kind of a beat? Like, I think it looks good. I'm happy. So let's go ahead and just apply this Kosas highlighter really fast. I have a full video about these, but if you haven't seen, you know, one, check out that video, but two, it's quite a bit of highlighter in these. I used the other one in that initial video, and it lasted me for like a week and a half of consistent daily use, which was crazy. So let's go ahead and start applying this. I already know that I like this highlighter formula. I do think that if this was like the right foundation color, this may be a little dark for me, but you know, for today it works out just fine. I am gonna go ahead though and just like, without any more blush on my brush, I'm just gonna tap over it a little bit. This is definitely like a cooler highlight and a warmer blush, so I feel like it looks a little contrasty, so I'm just gonna blend it together just like a touch with this brush. Last face product is the Tatcha Silk powder. I've never tried anything Tatcha before, and when I thought this was a free sample, I was like, you know what? Yes, let me try that. I know that Smoky Glow really likes this powder, and so I'm curious about it. I'm not a huge powder person, but for today, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna powder underneath the eyes, around the nose, on the chin, a little bit on the forehead. So this one actually comes with a decent amount of powder. Sometimes it's hit and miss, but I'm not sure, there's no way you're gonna be able to see this, but it actually has like a layer of powder. It's not just like a dusting of powder, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and start powdering my face. Oh my gosh, it is definitely powder though, like it's coming off very quickly on this like little blister pack. I don't want to hold it up all the way because I'm afraid to drop it. But let's go ahead and start powdering. First, I'll go ahead and show you how much is left. The answer, oh my god, I just dropped some. But the answer is a ton of powder left. So definitely going to be able to get more uses out of this. I'm actually going to put that little like sticker back over it. Ooh, maybe. There we go. Okay. So, I love that there's a lot of product in it. Now, this tells you how infrequently I use powder. I did not tap out my creases underneath my eyes before I put on powder because I just didn't think about it. But even with that, I don't think it looks like powdery or like creasy or anything. I did put a little bit on my forehead because that foundation is creasing a little bit. When I like rub my fingers under my eyes though, it feels all silky smooth, just like it does with powder normally. I'm not like the biggest aficionado when it comes to powders, so it's a powder, you know? Maybe with like more use I could say whether or not like this is like god tier powder or anything like that, but for now I'm happy to have it as a free sample. And let's move on to the lips. For the lips, I have this like little blister pack from the Sephora collection. It includes 4 lipsticks, and it's nice because they're in different finishes. So we have 1 matte, 1 metal, and then 2 creams. So I'm thinking that I probably will just do the neutral, you know. Normally I'm not a huge lipstick person. Again, if you've seen my lip balm video, you know I typically like a glossy lip or like a tinted lip balm or something like that. But for science and for the video, we will use an actual lipstick. But also for science, I feel like legally I am required to do this glitter one because I'm just like, what? Like gold glitter lipstick? Okay, I want to know what it looks like. So let me go ahead and open this up and let's just try both, you know? Can't hurt. I have them here, so let's do it. All right, so here they are. Let's open up this gold one first. I am just genuinely like curious. So it comes with a decent amount. I don't know if I can break these all apart. So hopefully you can kind of see, you know, it's not like the most out of a blister pack, but not the least for sure. And it's like just a solid lipstick. So like when you touch it, it just feels like if you like rubbed your hands on a lipstick. So let me go grab a lip brush. I think that's gonna be our best, you know, way of applying this, and then we'll see how a gold glitter lipstick looks. I went ahead and grabbed this brush from Morphe. Now this is definitely not a lipstick brush, but I don't really have lipstick brushes, so I'm just gonna use this one. And I'm just gonna like dip in and see how it goes. We might need to build this up for like full opacity. I'm not sure. Let's just try it out. I just like dug my brush in here. I'll show you what it looks like. I feel like I was picking up a lot. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be sheer. If it is supposed to be sheer, like in the bullet form, like if I put this on and it was like a sheer wash of glitter, I'm kind of living for it. Built up like this, I think it just makes me look like my lip color is like sickly but sparkly. Maybe like vampire-esque. But like as a topper, I kind of like it. Now normally, like whenever brands come out with like metallic or glitter lipsticks, I'm just like, miss me with that. But as a topper, I mean, I use glitter lip gloss all the time, so like I'm not mad at it. Maybe I'll go ahead and put the nude one on, and then we can try topping it with this gold one a little bit and see how it looks. I'm just gonna go and like wipe off this brush with my color swatch or color switch, you know what I mean, and then I'll be back and we'll apply the nude. I have accepted the fact that glitter is just my life now. I just tried to get all of it off. I'm not sure if you can see, but there definitely is a little bit left. But we're just gonna ignore that. And I already opened up this one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to my lips. It's just a nice pinky nude. I actually really like colors like this if I'm going to wear a lipstick. Now, it doesn't match the blush at all, but it's going to match the eyeshadow. So, you know, give and take. We're working with what we got. It's got like a little bit of like a sweet scent, which, you know, it's just like, it's not lingering or anything. It's like a little perfumey, but mostly sweet. And I do like the color. It's definitely opaque, which makes me think that the glitter one isn't supposed to be opaque, because this one, just one swipe, opaque, you know. Yeah, it's a good lipstick, you know, feels comfortable, not too drying, anything like that. So let's go ahead and top it though with a little bit of gold glitter. Why is this kind of a vibe? I just put it in the middle, like I didn't put it all over, but it just kind of makes it look like shiny, but then when you look closely at it, you're like, why is the shine gold? You know, I just think it makes it look interesting. Do I like glitter lipstick? I thought no, but honestly, like, I think it looks kind of nice. What do you think? I think it looks kind of good, but let me know what you think down below. So now moving on to like eye stuff. I don't have an eyeshadow like sample per se, but I do have like one that I got in a Sephora favorites thing, like a, like clean beauty Sephora favorites. And that's the closest thing I have to like a sample of an eyeshadow. I know that Sephora does occasionally do like, you know, like eyeshadows as like rewards and stuff like that. Like I know there's a Natasha Denona one from the new retro palette right now on the Sephora website, like as a, you know, like a free sample. But I don't have any of those. So for now, let's use the one I do have. All right, so here it is. It's kind of a weird shape to hold. This is from Aether Beauty, and it's just like a nice like silvery mauve shimmer. Here it is, I guess metallic, not shimmer. It's pretty. I've used it before. I really like it as a one shadow look. And I think it matches the lip more than it does the cheek. Although with the gold glitter, maybe not, but you know, that's okay. We're just doing this for fun. So let me go ahead and just apply a little of this all over the lids as like a one shadow look. Now, again, color-wise, we don't have a whole lot of cohesion happening here today, but as like a shadow, I really do like this Aether Beauty shadow. I think it's a very nice, like, simple one and done look. Very work appropriate too, which is nice for days when I'm teaching, but you know, I like it. It's not technically a free sample, but it's as close as we can get. So we're gonna just count it and move on. So for mascara, I have a ton of free sample mascaras. Oh my gosh, I feel like anytime I order something from Sephora, I get a free mascara. And the one that I'm using right now is the Lancome Big Monsieur. And this one is actually really good. I've been using it. This isn't my first time using it, spoilers. But I've been using it for, I think, like maybe like a week or two, and I really, really like it. It does not flake at all or like smudge or do raccoon eyes or anything like that. Like even when I take full on naps. Like I wake up and I'm just like, oh, nice fresh looking mascara. And I also think it actually adds a lot of volume. Not the best with length, but the volume is like pretty nice. So let me go ahead and show you and just stop talking about it, and let's go ahead and apply it. Let's just do like the comparison. Oh my god, I blinked and I got it on my under eye. It's okay. So, no mascara, mascara. Y'all, tell me that you do not see the difference. Oh my gosh, stop blinking. Why am I doing this? Ugh, I gotta let it dry. But yeah, I mean, just one coat, you know, and I think it looks so, so good. So let's go ahead and do the other eye. I'm trying so hard not to blink, but let's do the other eye really fast. There's the mascara done. Now you might be like, oh, Catherine, where are your eyebrows? Great question. Great question. So the only eyebrow blister pack I have is from Kosas, back when I did that like try out the store box. So I have just this one. It's just their brow gel, and I have it in dark brown. And I still have the little applicator that they gave me with, you know, that box. So I'm just gonna apply that, and we're just doing like a real simple look. So we're just gonna do a brow gel and call it a day. Oh my god. The one thing about the eyebrow blister pack that's kind of tough is like the brush only fits in at an angle. So like when you dig it in, like I'll show you. I wiped it off because like you have to kind of like, oh god, how can I do this? Like it doesn't fit just like straight across really well. So like you have to like dig it in at an angle. So we got a lot, but that's okay. We're gonna work it out and it's gonna be fine. Deeper than I might normally go with my brows, but I did use like my actual shade in the Kosas tryout video, so you know, we're working with what we got. I don't think it looks like ridiculous, you know, and for winter and fall I don't think, you know, it looks too out there, and I'm actually pretty happy with just the brow gel, how done my eyebrows look and like how existent they look. So that's it. That is the end of my full face of free samples for the most part. I hope that you enjoyed. I would say out of everything, honestly, biggest hits, one, the blush, because I already knew I was going to like that, but it was nice to try out. Two, the lip products. I'm like sitting here like, this is kind of a combo. Like, I really like it. So this may be something I continue to do as I work through the rest of that blister pack, because I don't want to waste it, you know. And then the last hit is definitely the mascara. I saw that Lancome has a set of these mascaras for like a gift thing, you know, like for the holiday season. So it's like $30 for 2 of them, I think, which is pretty good. I'm not sure if I like it more than Lash Paradise from L'Oreal though, so I'm like, $30, I don't know. If it goes on sale at any point, like I might pick it up. But also I have a ton of like these mini mascaras to work through, so we'll see, we'll see. I am going to be going on a no-buy soon, so I guess I may be like panic buying a little bit, which is bad, and I shouldn't be doing that anyways, so we'll see. I mean, who knows? I guess it just depends on if it goes on sale. But I'll tell you more about that no buy when the time comes around Black Friday, because that is when I will be starting it, after Black Friday. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if any of these products are products that you've tried out in the past, or let me know if you have any free samples from Sephora or other retailers. What free samples do you have? Or what products do you wish would be a free sample to try out that like you've had your eye on? But you know, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in a future video. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye! What am I doing with my hands? Bye!